Guerrillas are busy here, alive and kicking.
Yeah, just trying to keep this open for his team here as well. Slasher will get through and finds Arsene. Arsene actually stays alive for a few seconds and gets that kill, but Atlanta Faze will be into a position to at least grab the first part of this time. Problem is, they know they have to defend the back and inside. The most tenuous of holds so far.
Sim staying alive. Crucial that they do so. You can already see a BZ watching the cross. Presuming the flank's going to come in from LAG, but they're all towards the back and nearly falling into Sim's clutches. If they don't fall into his, they will fall into Slashers. A little bit of a split now for LAG, spawning over towards the P3 side, but you still have Exceed towards the back.
Slasher just going to end up cleaning that one up for them as well. And with 36 seconds left to go, Atlanta Faze will start thinking, is there any chance of a rotation here? Faze, while they're in the lead, they will have a hard break to get into this next one. You can already see a very standard setup here. LAG looking to lock the door.
And that's all on Assault, who finds those 2 kills as the players were rotating. Yes, okay, may not have those initial rotations, but it allows the rest of the team to now follow on through. Can they manage to keep this locked down? Yes, they can. Exceed and Assault combining together. All of a sudden, Slasher has to take his time. Can't do much with that, though, as Arcity's guns him. Good hold from LAG so far. Very much needed after a bad start to the game. P1 and 2 was looking good for Faze. It's a great hold over towards P3 so far.
And they just keep jumping through this doorway. They managed to get a few kills down. It's a 2 versus 2 for a brief second. Atlanta Faze hoping to maybe just keep them off the scrap time here in the end. And they will all fall. It's scrap time for Faze. Rotation, though, for LAG. They will spawn out.
Not the end of the world for LAG that time. They may well take the lead here, Bryce.
They certainly could as well. Ever so slowly, though. Atlanta Faze looking for a way through. RC's already figuring out where Simp is going to go. That is the first blood down for them as Atlanta Faze look to try and get somewhere into this. And again, Slasher, same window, same Arsenes, same deal. LAG still holding off Atlanta Faze.
Atlanta Faze struggling to break. They are the worst team in the game at breaking on Fortress. And when you got a team of Cell, Simp, BZ, and Slasher, that stat blows your mind. But nonetheless, it is a problem for Atlanta Faze on this map, specifically LAG. Making it a problem with Arcities. Finding the kills up top. It's a 7 spree. It's a cruise missile. 4 big. Alec finds another one as well. He's absolutely running it against his old teammates. It's 8 in a row for Arcities. Arcities could have found it now. Spawns towards the back for LAG. A little bit of trouble, and all of a sudden Atlanta Faze show their slaying power. Slasher, Cellian finding the kills. Now if you enjoy the Thieves, you got 1 HP. Well, and a dream that is realized. The BZ will be taken down. Bit of a split here now for LAG. I was expecting this to come in. Arcity's going to call the cruise missile. What's the push? What's the plan? Take himself very, very deep there. Arcity's obviously over towards top maps now, just waiting for Assault to do something with his play. Can find the kill at the Simp, expecting those players to push back towards those, but it hasn't resulted in LAG finding much.
Now, this has been basically a bit of a chess game between these two. Nobody willing to commit for the time. All worrying about this positioning. And the B's going to see another gunfight towards the back is going to happen. Slashers hunting, looking desperately for his compatriot on the other side, and he will get it eventually. Locks it down, and they are about to throw LAG into the trap.
Yeah, and this is tough now for LAG. You've battled hard over that first rotation of hills, but now you're stuck in a precarious spot. Joe Deceives is going to receive a bit of a luxury of that spawn over towards the P2 side, so now they can fight their way out. The kills in over towards top R are going to dictate what happens here. Keep an eye on these spawns that are going to come through for LAG or not. Still towards the back, Simp influencing time. The only thing for LAG here is we have a small moment of respite. Look at Arcees at 22 and 13. Squad are in the backpack right now. Need some help from the boys. Still a ever so slight lead for LAG, and are they going to be able to hold this down? Slasher towards the back, though. We'll find Arcees in Assault. And the hold is broken wide open by Slasher. Now the spawns towards the back for Atlanta Faze. Here comes the others from the front. And nothing that LAG can do about that apart from lick their wounds, walk away, and hopefully get paid. Probably the first one we've seen.
It has, but this is where it gets a little bit dangerous. Atlanta Faze will now go into the lead by about 24 points. What they need, though, is to break this open. Difficult last time. Will it be as easy this time?
E3. It was fortunate for LAG. Last time around, they're in danger of being broken here. It looks like Faze have found a way through. Guerillas, backs against the wall, still fighting for their lives in this hard point. Let's go for a listening with the other Guerillas. Falls. Last time around, LA Guerillas got some good time here, but look how mixy Cannons looks right now. And well, if it's that kind of situation, you would usually fancy Atlanta Faze to come out on top, but Simp and BZ being dealt with. Selim's the only one who can answer, and answer he can. That's 2. All of a sudden, Atlanta Faze are still in a position to try and break this. LAG, resolute at worst. Salt & Co. staying alive over towards the top side. That break from Faze may well come through, but it's for very little. But it's points that LAG desperately need. Faze, 25 away.
Selim has stayed alive here for so long, just being a problem for them. Tries to go for the knife. Chow isn't going to work. We go to Blacksmith. Will LAG manage to get back into this game? It is lethal really going for these points yet. Nobody wants to blink. Nobody wants to make the mistake that breaks them. Atlanta Faze will now get onto the time. LAG have to get them off, but Selim and Slasher going to work, and Exceed is caught between a rock and a hard place as he must chow this one as well and does something, but not enough.
10 seconds to go for Atlanta Faze. LA Guerrillas nowhere to be seen. 4 perfect kills flying on through. This should be the game.
I think that is going to be it. The first map of the major. It's written into history books, and it will be Atlanta Faze over LAG on the hard point. It was close for some. Maybe a little check, and there we go through, and he jumps across. Information now for LAG.
Aggressive strategy in round number 1 for Atlanta Faze, getting inside of A, but the problem is, yeah, okay, that information was there. Salt is the first to fall. But do you have enough information to know how many members of FaZe are inside this point? Here comes the push. See through Mimo. Surely going to be dealt with. Gun Simp. All of a sudden, Abizi is here to clean up. Of course he is. There's 2 for Abizi. Arcity's now left in a 1 versus 3.
This is so difficult for him as well. That's going to come out and actually hits him as well. Abizi will chow. Will take him down. Just a menace on El Asilo. And basically every other map as well. But that is first blood to FaZe.
Might be the best player in the game at the moment. Might be the best player in Call of Duty. He has to deal with the same thing, but on the other side now, LA Guerrillas with a heavy presence inside the bomb site. Sim trying to finesse, can't do so. Exceed with the first blood. Abizi to trade. Will get traded himself. Selly will then find one back. 2 versus 2.
And now that first push for FaZe hasn't worked out. Assault just been careful. Somebody on the flank. I don't know if he's been seen here. He's seen Celium. Stun goes down, but will hit nothing. On the other side of it, RC is fighting for his life. Assault going to back him up as well. Selim has got into the point. And post-plant, they were great stages 1 to 3. Stage 4 was not great. How about stage 5?
Selim trying to lock it down. Slasher the one playing the slow angle. I feel like he's going to be there to pick up the pieces, and we'll find the first one. Salt to be taken down. Arcity's now is going to be chasing shadows. Selim inside the point. Slasher to lock it down. Even if he finds this first kill, it's going to be so difficult for the defuse, but 22 seconds predicts it. But so does Slasher.
That is a massive chow out of Arcity's, hoping for the shock and awe. Didn't quite catch it. Going down as well. Simply inside. Going to see Jonas Thieves, and Jonas Thieves goes for the wide onto the corner there without the information. Abizi is now inside as well. LAG have no map control.
I think he has to go wide because Abizi getting aggressive. May well be caught out here though as he pushes into bar. Yes, he will be. Exceed finds 1 and 2. How on earth he kills Slasher so quickly after that as well? I'm not quite sure, but a 2 versus 2 now. It's going to have to transpire for LAG if they want to get around on the board here. The bomb going down. Selim getting aggressive as well.
And Exceed has completely changed this round. Already now, Arcity's in trouble. Selim's going to find the first. Exceed. He's found 2. Can he find 4? Sip already waiting for him. Laying down, playing patient. And the hope was alive. But
Abizi potentially behind you. Sim getting aggressive and finding the gunfight as he so often does. Arcity's Exceed 4. It's a 4v2 for FaZe.
Sim gets out with his life as well. That's probably the most dangerous of it. Although Assault should get one back here as well. Does. Down to a 2 versus 3. Makes it slightly more possible for them, but where do they go? Assault already over towards B. He might call for his teammate, say, hey, can you get over here?
He may think about planting that bomb inside of A though, and Assault can watch from a more aggressive angle. But it's difficult. Joe deceives. Not really a lot of information. Well, there's some information at least anyway. Oh, Celium is up top. Is he actually going to manage to get away with this? He's just ran through, stomped through El Asilo, if anything. Over towards B. And it's a free run. There you go. Well, you're going to get the bomb down, or are you? Atlanta Faze converging now. Here comes Simp. Yeah, good luck.
Simp figured it out. Found him. And LAG, a little bit flat on his essence. Full map control and the numbers.
It hasn't felt like they've had an advantage in any stage in this game. And it will have to be the full sale if they do want to tie the series up. A long and hard road to that, though. Simp trying to make a play with the dead silence here on the outside. Does have the bomb, has to be somewhat careful. He does fall. The round may well be gone. But it is Simp we're talking about here. Staying alive over towards the top locker side, but Celium is now going to fall as well. It's LAG's round to lose.
He has bomb and he's being aggressive. He's desperately hoping for anybody he sees Assault. Goes for it as well. It is going to fall. Slasher in a 1 versus 4. No bomb, no time, no positioning. But is there no hope?
Well, last time these two teams played, LAG were 5-2 up. And Atlanta Faze came back and won it 6-5. So, I kind of don't know where I'm going with it, but if some sort of comeback is potential. Information that Cell is not chilling over towards that right-hand side, or will it? Didn't quite get it deep enough, but Joe Thieves is going to find a kill onto Abizi. Will get traded pretty much immediately. That bomb was down, but only momentarily. Assault now, thinking about a push over towards the B side. Selim is crucial here for Faze.
Arsenes knows somebody's in the area. Probably knows it's Selim as well. They're looking for him. Dead silence now for Selim. The Chow's going to come through. They've seen him. Both teams now going to sprint into action. Selim fighting for his life. It's a Chow at the back here. But as he gets the win, another player goes down. Down to a 1 versus 1. Exceed found Slasher, and the time is ticking. All they have to do now is stay alive. Exceed looking for a Chow. And will find nothing but disappointment. And down he goes to Sim regardless. That's 6-1 to Atlanta Faze. And they fall LAG here.
View them on LAN and at the major. Not going their way. The first couple of gunfights they'll have. Simp staying alive over towards the A side. Is it going to have to work on their control if they are going to go on to win some tournaments towards the latter stages of the CDL? Yeah, but Arsenes an assault, making that very difficult over towards it.
So him now looking to lock this one down already. You can see the push towards B. The problem is that LAG have map positioning. They will make sure these reinforcements do not reach Celium. So he's going to cut off his own reinforcements. It's a long shot onto Exceed, but Exceed gets into cover.
Yeah, Abizi's going to manage to find assault over towards the backside. Oh my god, Celium! Gonzalez is out of his shoes, and all of a sudden B is looking very, very tasty for the side of Atlanta Faze. It's only
trying to stay alive here against Sass and Sim. And they can't get him. Eventually they will do. Sim combines, and Abizi gets a second one down. For LAG, it's a worrying turn of events. They cannot afford to fall, but Slasher may actually fall by the person going behind him here. Dives into their spawn as well. They expect it. Arsenes has figured him out, but look how far away they are.
Yeah, Sim's got the cross potentially, but did have to back down. So small amount of hope for LAG. Not quite the stack you were expecting from Faze, but they know that the push is going to come down that side now. Abizi can start extending over towards the right. He hasn't just got the SMG gunny. It's there with the tack as well. B slowly but surely going up towards Atlanta Faze now, who are just going to start stacking it. LAG nowhere near.
Thieves trying to be the hero, gets 2 as well, but not the third, and it tick. It's not going to be good. Assault pinches it before they can find anything through. And LAG will have held this.
Faze will be kicking themselves if they don't win this. Abizi now on the flank, but we know that control, it can all kind of come down to one final moment. Selim's broken the doors open here. Can Faze find a way?
They're looking for it as well. The trades do go down. It's Faze at the moment. Only one player, Arsenes, trying to hold them off, and he finds a kill, but it's not going to be enough. Surely that capture is coming through, and Faze will get it over the line for that first control. For LAG, they could taste.
Cruise missile now there for Celia, which is always an issue on this map, but good progression in from LAG, keeping them away. 40 seconds gone.
Call it.
Yeah, I think he might. Yeah, you can see they're starting to push the flank through, so if he calls this, it's going to be absolute chaos in the ranks of LAG.
They're still winning the gunfights, though. LAG is still winning the gunfights. Every gunfight going their way. Selim did not call it in. Instead, he's going to rely on the tack to beat his cruise missile. And cruise missile, it might be, but Joe Thieves, a huge gunfight. Sim to the rescue, potentially, as he finds a second one, but that tick will go through. And it's Exceed who gets it over the line. But B is gone. A is alive.
Just about gone. They know there's somebody maybe potentially towards that backside. And you can see where Abizi's just spawned over towards that right-hand side, over towards the office. Then that makes more sense to where you are. But what doesn't make sense now is LA Guerillas trying to find something out of this. It's going to be very, very difficult. Abizi is expecting to flank the rest of Faze, given the task to hold it down on their own.
Abizi calling that assault. Gets him as well, playing it patient. Gotta be careful, though. The rest of LAG are into this point. Sim waiting for reinforcements. Doesn't want to let this one slip, but just goes him completely, and the second player will fall. Sim, maybe 12 and 14, but he's 20 on the thing, and it's going to be Joe Thieves. Keeps his game alive. Slasher firing every bullet he can. Celia will get the cleanup. It's no life left for LAG. They are throwing caution to the wind. Slasher playing his life for boxes as well. Throwing bullets down range. LAG somehow still alive here, Ton.
Need one more wiper kills and they've got a chance, but Sim's behind them and Sim's cleaned them all up. We'll see you in the next round. It's Simple Doll 3 on the flank. Not much you can do from this scenario apart from walk away, lick your wounds, and make your way over towards the A side. Actually, an important kill that went down on the flank. It was Exceed who falls. Now Atlanta Faze probably don't have too much to worry about from that side of things. They can stack over towards A, some good progress. 35 seconds remaining though. If LA Guerrillas can force them off it, then all of a sudden this becomes a little bit of a bad situation for Faze.
Joseph's just trying to be an issue, contesting this. They cannot get the points up without dealing with him. Stellium says, all right, I'll find out where you are. Assault on the flank. Tries to stay alive as well, but Stellium finds him again. Stellium, just playing around the outside here of A, has managed to deflect all this pressure from LAG. Exceed now going hunting. Abizi will find him as well. 1 point down, 1 to go.
It's one good wipe. That's what we've seen in the first round.
Sim knows there's somebody in green at Arcides. With 56 seconds left to go here, LAG could very well hold this. Stellium just stopping that clock. Massive benefit to Faze here. They're just trying to find the individual kills, and they are finding them all over the place. 16 seconds alive. That's a huge two-piece. Abizi will find them as well, but it reduces the numbers. He finds the second. 22 and 13, and it's now off to the farm, off to the slate. It is ridiculous from Abizi. It's too easy. It always is. And Stellium calls it in. They get back on the point. They stack, and B is captured. The game is done. LAG, goodbye.
About Major for Columbus. Some people started questioning if you were a top 3 team. You finished top 3 once again. But what's been the issue with breaking into that top tier against LA Thieves and Optic? You were only able to take 1 map against those 2 squads.
I think our respawn is just a little lackluster sometimes, and we're really trying to hammer down on that. So yeah, that's what we've really been focusing on.
And now moving forward from that, what would you say is y'all's biggest strength during this split compared to the other ones, whether it be a mentality, a game mode, a player stepping it up, anything?
I mean, we're really just, like I said, we're hammering down on the respawns and like focusing on like the fundamentals of like respawns. So, you know, that's I feel like that's gonna go a long way for us.
BZ, you've been phenomenal, and you guys once again top 3. You guys have been a work in progress since you guys won that major, and I want to ask you, like, what are the positives that you can take away from this last major? Because you look like you're playing very confident, but as a team, what have been the positives that you took away?
I mean, I think the positives is we know that if we can get our respawn in order and like kind of like as soon as it clicks, we know that we're just going to be disgusting, and you know, it's gonna be really good for us. So.
Can I ask one follow-up as well? Obviously, everybody has seen your clutch. I think it's, you know, top 3, top 5 clutch of all time. When you got home, how many times did you watch it? And when you watched it, like, was this something you were thinking about in the moment when you clutched it, each kill, like, or was it just something like out-of-body experience?
Oh, I mean, I watched it a lot from like all the watch party streams, like everything. I watched all the reactions because it was just so funny to watch. And I mean, dude, I don't know how I did it. It was like an in the moment thing. I kind of just went for it, and I caught like a crazy timing once I got to that block. And then after that, it was just, I don't know. I don't know how I did it. I really don't know how I did it, but it was wild for sure.
Abizi, final question: who wins Major 5?
Dude.
Oh, Atlanta Faze, of course.
Thank you, sir. That is our Monster Energy winning circle with Abizi. You can catch him and Faze at the top of the leaderboard and probably